What's up everybody, this is Teacher Ivan from NextGen Academy. Our goal in this channel is to help you achieve your highest potential and to help you understand subjects in the easiest and the most efficient way. If you'd like to get more tips and tricks on how to achieve A star in your IGCSE, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Lastly, if you need any help in your studies, you can always head on to our website, link in the below, or our Instagram, drop us a DM and we'll be able to help you. Enjoy this video and I wish you all the best.
Okay, all right. Okay, welcome back, my NextGen family. Okay, today we are going to continue on the second part of this October-November 2024 paper. This is a 2 hours and 30 minutes paper, but right now your syllabus, okay, you'll be doing for just 2 hours only. Okay, we will go straight into the question where we left off. Okay, we'll go to question number 6. Okay, go and watch the first part if you all missed the first 5 questions. All right, question number 6. A diagram shows a field A, B, C, D. A straight path AC goes across the field. Okay, show that AC is equals to 1028 meter, correct to the nearest meter. Okay, AC is this one here. Okay, so when we deal with triangles, okay, triangles like this, what formula do we need to consider? Okay, non-right angle triangle, there are 3 formulas. You have to remember, so non-right angle triangle. You have to remember sine rule, cos rule. Okay, these two is to find your angle and side. Then area is 1/2 AB sine C. Okay, if you got right angle triangle, then you'll be using things like SOHCAHTOA, half times base times height. Okay, or Pythagoras theorem to find angles and sides. Okay, AC equals to 1028 meter. What formula do we use? So we have like a crocodile mouth like this. Okay, so okay, I'll just sketch this out. Okay, something like this. Okay, we have A, D, C. Okay, why I call it a crocodile mouth? Okay, you see here, this is like a mouth and a tongue. Okay, when you have this structure here like this, we will be using cos rule. Cos rule formula is A square equals to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. You have to memorize this one. Okay, which one's A, B, and C? A will be here. Okay, B and C doesn't matter which one is it. Then after that, big A is the angle. Always remember, after you write a trigo, okay, trigonometry, it always follows with an angle. Got it? Okay, let's put in all the values here. AC square equals to 420 square plus 830 square minus 2 times 420 times 830 cos 106 degrees. Okay, everyone take out a calculator. This one, don't overthink it. Just type the whole thing into the calculator to get the value. Okay, 420 square plus 830 square minus 2 times 420 times 830 cos 160. Okay, if you are not confident, then you'll break it down. Okay, otherwise, you can always just type the whole thing into the calculator. Okay, 420 square, oops, sorry, minus 2 times 420 times 830 times cos 106. Okay, what do y'all get over here? Okay, can all of you tell me what's the value that you get here? Everyone type in the calculator. Hello. Okay, yeah, just give me the value that y'all get. Just give me the whole number. The whole number. Okay, 420 square plus 830 square minus 2 times 420 times 830 cos 106. Okay, one more thing. Okay, you see how come I'm getting a different value? Okay, because I just double check it. Okay, always check also one thing. What mode are you in? Okay, especially math student. All right, so I was in radian mode. That's why I was wondering how come my value is different. Okay, so 1057.474, right? Okay, this is the value. Then you can just square root this. Okay, we will get here 1028.3. Okay, you can write a few more decimal places. So if they say this sentence here, correct to the nearest meter, I don't want you all to straight away write down your final answer. You write down a few more decimal places, then after that, you write like that. Okay, this is how you present it. Okay, question B. Angle ACB is obtuse angle. Calculate the angle ACB. Okay, what's the meaning of obtuse first? Okay, obtuse, we learned acute, obtuse, reflex. Obtuse means in between 90 to 180 degrees. Okay, why these matters are, so we label this down first. This is 1028. Okay, how to find angle ACB? Okay, we'll draw this out. A, C, B. Okay, here is 62 degrees, 1150. Okay, they want us to find this part here. Okay, we have one more here. All right, so if you can draw like this, okay, a two pair cross like this, okay, this will be sine rule. Okay, you all know how to do sine rule? Okay, I will start with this angle ACB at the top left of the equation here first. Okay, let's call this x. Okay, sine x over 1150 equals to sine 62 degrees over 1028. Okay, sine x, this time you type the whole thing in a calculator. 1028 times 1150. Okay, then, okay, let's see what you all get here first. Sine 62 divided 1028 times 1150. Okay, you will get a value like this, but when you all type in the calculator, you don't want to just use this 0.9877. Okay, I want you all to use, when you all type, you all write like that. Shift, sign, answer. Okay, use the exact value inside your calculator. 0.9877. Okay, you should get x equals to 81.01644. Alright. How come they give you, they say the angle ACB is obtuse? Okay, so you have to remember your properties of trigo. Your angle of sine, when you solve that time, you can get a value. We will normally get two values, okay, due to the ASTC graph. Okay, so if you draw ASTC, this is how it looks like. A and S means both of this quadrant, the sign is positive. Okay, so you'll get two answers. Over here, you'll get the x value itself. This is your base angle. Then the next answer will be 180 minus the value that you calculated. Okay, so to get this angle ACB, you have to take 180 minus 81.01644. Okay, so this one is going back to your ASTC graph. And we get here 98.98, or we can just round up to 99.0. Okay? Okay, so remember, if they say the word, it is an obtuse, we have to take 180 minus the value that we found. This is for sine. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, we label this down first. So here got 99 degrees. Okay, next one. They say part of the field ACD is sold for 41,500. Okay, calculate the cost of 1 hectare of this part of the field. Give your answer correct to the nearest dollar. All right, so what formula do we use? So ACD is this first one. Okay, let me just write this down. Okay, we erase these two. Okay, how to find the area of this? And I want you all to see the units also. The units that was given in the question is meter. So area for formula of triangle like this, we'll use A equals to 1 over 2 AB sine C. Okay, what's 1 over 2 AB sine C? You can also think about like the mouth, but I don't want you all to get confused between the ABC with the cost rule one, okay? Because this one is a little bit different. So this one will be A, B, then the angle inside here is C. Okay, we substitute it in 1 over 2 times 420 times 830 times sine 106 degrees. Okay, here will be 167,547.9136 meter squared. Okay, why I write so many decimal place here also? Okay, when you do in the middle of the equation, try not to round it up too much first. Because the more you round up, the less accurate your answer will be. Okay? All right, now, how do we calculate the cost of 1 hectare? Okay, so we have to convert this value into hectare first. So area in terms of hectare. Okay, what's the conversion? They say 1 hectare is equals to 10,000 meters squared. So we will take this value 16754. Actually, sorry, this one maybe we can just round it up. Okay, my bad, because here I think can lah. Okay, divided by 10,000 meters squared. Okay, we get 16.7548. Okay, because you see in the next step here also got another so many decimal place already. Okay, now what did they say? They say part of the field triangle ACD is sold for 41,400. Calculate the cost of 1 hectare. Okay, so now 1 hectare, how do we get the answer? Okay, how do you get 1 hectare? Okay, if you're unsure, right, like whether do you times, whether do you divide, okay, or which one divide with which, normally for questions like this, I like to use in terms of like a ratio like that. Okay, we write it in a ratio equation first. So I can put here dollar, and then this is your size in terms of hectare. Okay, they want us to find 1 hectare costs how much? Then we know that 41,500 costs 16.7548. Okay, I've seen another group of students who, when they do this question, they inverse the value. Okay, so how do we write this? This is a ratio. You can change it into a fraction equation like this. Okay, so x is equals to 41500 times 1 over 16.7548. Okay, not the other way around, not 16.7548 divided by 41,500. Okay, then calculate it. You get 2476.9, or round it up to 2477. Okay, so you always write the decimal place first if the question say to correct to the nearest whatever dollar or value. Okay, I want you all to follow this format because we want to do as close as we can to the mark scheme. Okay, number 6. Any question? If you can understand this, can you type 6 in the chat? Okay, see how the 6. All right, so this one is on triangles, sine rule, cos rule, and also area. Okay, let's move on to question 7. Okay, number 7. A company makes scientific calculator and graphic calculators. Each day, they make X scientific calculators and Y graphic calculators. Okay, they give you these 3 statements here. X is less than 180, Y is less than equals 90, X plus Y is less than equals 240. Complete these 2 statements. Okay, the company makes fewer than what scientific calculators each day? Okay, so scientific calculators refers to the yellow statement. So less than 180. Second statement, the company can make a maximum of what calculators each day? Okay, 240, right? This one is, they just say the word calculators means you follow this one here. Okay, this is total calculators. Okay, question B. Scientific calculators cost $12. Graphic calculators cost $18. Each day, the company spends at least 2,700 making calculators. Okay, show that 2x plus 3y is more than or equals 450. Okay, we will write down an inequality. 12 scientific calculator is x plus 18 graphic calculators y is more than or equals to 2,700. Okay, why more than or equals to is because of this word, at least. Okay, so you have to remember this word here, at least means more than or equals. Okay, simplify this. You divide the whole equation by 6. Okay, just use your calculator. Divide the whole thing by 6. 2x plus 3y more than or equals 450. Okay, now let's go to question C. Okay, question C, this is your graphical inequality question. Okay, you see how many marks is this? 7 marks over here. Okay, 7 marks over here. All right. We've got 4 inequalities here. X is less than 180, y is less than or equals 90, x plus y is less than equals 240, 2x plus 3y is more than or equals to 450. Okay, one of these weeks, I will also go through this chapter with you all because if it comes up really a lot of marks, okay, such as this one. Okay, by drawing 4 suitable lines and shading unwanted regions, find and label the region R. All right, how do we do this question? Number 1, you are going to ignore the inequality symbol first. We are just going to draw the straight line of all of this inequality. So you're going to change your less than, more than, you're going to change it to equal symbol. Okay, first one, x equals to 180. This will be a horizontal line. Okay, when x equals to a value, you will just get, a vertical line, not horizontal. Vertical line because it crosses x. Okay, another thing, when there's no equal symbol, that means got just less than or more than, we are going to draw a dotted line. Okay, so write down this remark also. Okay, no equal, this one dotted. Okay, dotted line. Got equal, solid line. Okay, x equals to 180. Okay, so here we also have to determine one box at the bottom here. Okay, is how much? Here, how much is it? So you got 10 boxes. Okay, normally I write this first. 10 box equals to 50. So one box is equals to 5. Okay, 180. 180, 1. How many boxes do we have here? We will get 6 boxes. Okay, because you need to take 150 plus 30. Okay, so this line here will be x equals to 180. Sorry, let me restart this for a bit. Okay, so x equals to 180. Okay, the next one, y is less than or equals to 90. Okay, so we will start with y equals to 90. This will be a horizontal line at 90. Okay, where exactly is 90? And this one we have an equal, so we're going to draw a solid line. Y equals to 90. Okay, the third one. X plus y equals to 240. Okay, so the easy way to do this, okay, if you can, and it's within the range of the graph, you just find your x-intercept and y-intercept. Okay, so use x-intercept and y-intercept over here. So x equals to 0, y equals to 240. When y equals to 0, x equals to 240. Okay, I want you to remember this equation also. When you have x plus y for this inequality chapter, so x plus y equals to something, meaning x plus y less than or more than something, you just need to put both your x and y axis intersect at the value here. So that means at 240 here and 240 over here. Okay, so you intersect, then draw a straight line like this. Okay, so this will be x plus y equals to 240. All right, the last one. 2x plus 3y equals to 450. Okay, this one also will be a solid line. Okay, we need to calculate your x-intercept and y-intercept. Okay, so here, 2x plus 3y. we can do x equals to 0 first. 3y equals to 450. Y is equals to 150. Okay, second one, y is equals to 0. Therefore, 2x equals to 450. X equals to 225. Okay, so on your x equals to 0, x equals to 0 means your y-intercept. Okay, you're going to put 150. This one is your x-intercept. So 150 and 225. Okay, 225 is in between 200 and 250. Okay, so this line over here. All right, so this one will be 2x plus 3y equals to 450. Okay, from here, now how do we shade the unwanted region? Okay, I'll give you all some guidelines. Okay, the x and y one very easy. So I want you all to follow this format as well. Okay, you are going to use pencil to do this entire question. You cannot use pen because if you draw it in pen, you make a mistake, GG already. Okay, you cannot erase it. You cannot ask for a new paper also. So you have to be careful on this one. Okay, so we want x less than 180. That means we want to reject more than 180. We don't want this part. Okay, I want you to try your best to shade it nicely, okay, but don't spend too much time in exam. You shade perpendicular to the line based on what you see, what's the inequality that's given to you. So because you want to shade off the y more than 180, right? So that when we check back, at least we can see which shading part we are actually shading. Okay, I don't want you all to do like that. Okay, don't do like that because later very messy. You will confuse yourself also. So try your best to draw perpendicular to the line that is drawn. Okay, y less than 90. So we don't want y more than 90. Okay, more than means on top. So here. Okay, so I want you all to see I draw the line over here and then the color also. So this one green is referring to the green horizontal line here. In exam, you try your best, but don't spend so much time. This one is not art class. So just draw so that it's neat for you to see. Okay, the next one. X plus y less than or equals to 240. Okay, I'm going to give you this one very important guideline. Your y value, okay, your y term needs to always be on the left side of the inequality. Then you can use this guidance. Okay, you see both of these inequality, the y is already on the left-hand side. You don't care about the x, okay? Just care about the y. Y needs to be on the left-hand side because sometimes if the y is on the right-hand side, then you all don't use this rule. That means less than means at the bottom. More than means on top of the graph. Okay, so it needs to be, for these two, y on left side of equation. Make sure you follow this rule first. Okay, if y is on the left side of the equation, then we can consider like this. Okay, this is your x plus y equals to 240. Less than means at the bottom part. This is where we want. So you don't want on top here. Okay, so I'm going to shade this off. Okay, this one only got one small little part here that we don't want. Okay, then 2x plus 3y more than 450. Okay, this one is 2x plus 3y more than means we want this section here. We don't want the bottom over here. Okay, so the section that we want, the region that we want is over here, R. Okay, what if you are unsure which section to shade? Okay, that means you don't know whether it's on top or the bottom. Okay, I'm going to give you all another method to do it. You are going to select a point. Okay, let's say we use this x plus y is more than 250. Okay, so this pink color line here. Okay, and I want to check whether this section here, okay, because got two sections already, right? This section here is more than or less than. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna just take one of the point. For me, what point I like to take, right? I like to take 0, 0. Because 0, 0 will be the easiest value to calculate. Okay, so what do I mean here? X plus y 240. Okay, let's say I want to take 0, 0. I will see like that. 0 plus 0, is it more than or less than 240? Okay, 0 is less than 240, right? That means this section here will be x plus y less than 240. Got it? Okay, you can try for the other one also. Okay, so let's say 2x plus 3y 450. Okay, that means we are looking at this red color line. Okay, I want to determine this section here. You can use any points in this section. Okay, I will just choose 0, 0 because it's the easiest. So 0 plus 0, 450. This one is also less than. Got it? Okay, so if you're unsure, you substitute in a value in that region to determine whether it's more than or less than. Okay, 7 marks. Yes, this one is 7 marks itself. Okay, question D. Scientific calculators are sold for a profit of $10. Graphic calculators are sold for a profit of $30. Calculate the maximum profit made by the company in 1 day. Okay, there are 2 possible questions that they can ask you for this part here. Okay, they can ask you the most profit, or the maximum value based on the region, or the minimum. Okay, we use this guideline. If it's maximum, we use a point at the top right of the region that is not shaded. If it's minimum, you use the bottom left, okay, because we want the smallest value. But we also need to see which one, okay, what is the equation and which one will give you a bigger multiplier. Okay, so scientific calculator is X, graphic calculator is Y. So the equation that we are calculating here is 150X plus, sorry, not 150, 10X plus 30Y. Okay, so which one will give you a bigger multiplier? The X or the Y? The Y, right? Okay, because you see it's 30. So we want a biggest possible Y value, okay, within this region here. Okay, so I mentioned to you all the part, okay, that you might get the biggest value, it will be normally on the top right. Okay, so top right can be actually here or here. Okay, both of these points. Okay, but this one, if it's dotted line, then you cannot consider. So it will definitely be here because we want the biggest Y. So you are going to read this point here. Okay, so this is 150 and 90. Okay, 150 and 90. So we're going to substitute inside here 150 and 90. 10 times 150 plus 30 times 90. You calculate this, and you get here 4,200. Okay, easier. Okay, Amria said, I don't understand how 0, 0 is less than 440. Isn't 2x plus 3y greater than 450? Correct. No, so we want, okay, what I'm saying here, we want to determine this region whether it is less than or more than. Okay, I'm not saying this part here is more than. It means we don't know this one is less than or more than. Let's just assume lah. Okay, we don't know. All right. So you're just gonna take any random point in this region. You can take from the top here also. Okay, you can take from the top here. So if I take here 0, 0, 0, 0 means it's 0. 0 is less than 450, right? Got it or not? 0 is less than 450. So that means this region here is 2x plus 3y less than 450. Okay, but we want more than 450, right? So we have to shade it off, the unwanted region. You can use another point also. Okay, let's say you want to find this region. Okay, we do the top part. Okay, you use, let's say 250 here. You go calculate. Okay, so let's say we take 250. 2 times 250 plus 3 times 250. Okay, is this more than 450? Okay, definitely more lah. Okay, so this region on top here is 2x plus 3y 450. Got it? I just want to check which part represents which inequality. I'm not saying that this one is what we want. Okay, at the end, we still have to follow what they ask us. All right, okay, Ken, a lot of marks are here. So 7 marks plus 2 marks. 7 marks, this graph over here, really a lot of marks. Okay, if you can do this, can you type 7? Okay, Amira, answer your question. Okay, Right, 7, 7, 7. See all the sevens. Okay, very good. Okay, let's go to number 8. Fx equals to 7 minus 3x, gx equals to x squared minus 16. Find the values of x when gx equals to 20. Okay, we're going to solve for this. X squared minus 16 equals to 20. X squared, 20 plus 16, 36. X. Okay, this one you always have to write down plus minus root when it's a even power. So you get two answers. Okay, minus 6 or positive 6. Okay, to do f inverse x, I like to start with this statement. Let y equals f inverse x. Fy is equals to x. So 7 minus 3y equals to x. 7 minus x equals to 3y. Y equals to 7 minus x over 3. Okay, our goal is to make y as a subject here. Therefore, f inverse x is 7 minus x over 3. Okay, the third one, gfx plus 1. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, gfx, let's find this composite function first. G 7 minus 3x plus 1. Okay, then here we replace your x with 7 minus 3x right now. So this will be 7 minus 3x squared plus 1. Okay, open up this bracket. Yeah, I like to use the a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Here will be 49 minus 42x plus 9x squared minus 15. Okay, if you're not confident, you just do 7 minus 3x, 7 minus 3x. Okay, otherwise, you can always do this side. Okay, a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, rearrange it. Okay, I normally like to put it into... Okay, so here, sorry. I copy wrong already. Okay, here should be minus... Okay, gx here got a minus 16. Then plus 1. Okay, so here will be 9x squared minus 42x minus 34. Okay, the next one. Question 4. Sketch the graph of y equals to gx. On your sketch, indicate the values where the graph crosses the axis. Okay, gx. Oh, these are 4-mark questions. So what I realized one thing, they have been testing quite a bit on drawing of graph. Okay, so you need to know all sorts of graph. Okay, gx equals to x squared minus 16. Okay, first thing, the shape of this is a quadratic graph. Okay, quadratic is a happy face or sad face graph. This one will be a happy face because it is positive x squared. Okay, the next one, we have to find what are our intercepts. Okay, what's the intercept here? Okay, intercept, we can find y equals to 0 first. So x squared minus 16 equals to 0. X squared equals to 16. X equals to plus minus square root 16, which is equals to plus minus 4. Okay, so we have this one on our x-intercept. You can write down here, x-intercept. Okay, the next one, y-intercept. It is when x equals to 0. Okay, so here will be y equals to 0 squared minus 60. Okay, which is negative 60. Okay, so this will be your x-intercept and y-intercept. So normally we need to find both of these also, and you need to label it down on your graph, okay, x and y. So here, x-intercept minus 4 and positive 4. Okay, just roughly estimate, but needs to be the same length, the same distance. And then here, minus 60. Okay, then we're going to put happy face. Like this. Okay, so you have to remember in maths, they will normally just test you on like something x square plus or minus something. Okay, and it will normally be in the middle line. This is how they will test you on it. Okay, sometimes I would see in some of the exercise book, sometimes they may ask you to find your maximum or minimum point also. Okay, so if they ever ask you to find maximum point or minimum point, you need to use either completing the square or dy over dx equals to 0. Okay, so you'll just write down this, but we won't calculate for this one. So this one already is given to you. Okay, you either use completing the square. So you have to go recap on this one. Or dy over dx equals to 0. Okay, this is for quadratic graph itself. Okay, next one. Question 5. Okay, this is a equation of tangent. Okay, they say to the graph of y equals to gx when x equals to -3, give your answer in the form y equals mx plus c. Okay, gx, the equation is y equals to x squared minus 16. Okay, they want you to find equation of tangent. Okay, what is this equation of tangent? Okay, this means we have this graph. Okay, we just now have this graph. Maybe -3 is somewhere here. Okay, is here according to the graph, somewhere over here. We want to find this tangent line here. Okay, what is the equation of tangent? Okay, this one is tangent. So you have to remember the step. To find equation of tangent to the curve, we have to use differentiation. Okay, so go and recap back on your topic on differentiation. Okay, number 1, you have to find your gradient. Then you need a point. Point means you need your x and y. So you see in this question, they only give you x. X equals to -3. So that means you have to go and find what is your y value also. Okay, so remember this equation of tangent or normal, if they ask you to find of tangent or normal. Okay, you have to find gradient. Then you have to have an x and y. Then after that, you substitute into y equals mx plus c to find c. Okay, then c by using y equals mx plus c. Okay, just remember the steps here. Okay, we're going to find gradient first. Okay, gradient, you have to use this dy over dx. Okay, let's go to number 1. Gradient. Dy over dx would be 2x. Okay, you multiply power minus 1. Then you're going to substitute the x value into here. Okay, so at x equals to -3, dy over dx equals to 2 times -3, which is equals to -6. Okay, so -6 will be your gradient. Okay, number 2, over here, okay, we already got the x. We need to find what is the y value. Okay, the y value, how to find is you substitute the -3 into the y equation. So -3 squared minus 16. Okay, here we will get -7. Okay, now number 3, you find your y-intercept. Okay, you've got m equals to -6, and then we have this point, -3, -7. I want you to substitute into this equation, y equals mx plus c. So -7 equals to -6, -3 plus c, 18 plus c, therefore c is equals to -25. Okay, so your final answer will be, you need your m and your c. M is this one, just now m equals -6, and c equals to -25. So y equals to -6x minus 25. Okay, the only difference if they ask you to find equation of normal is your gradient. Okay, the gradient, you will need to change it to 1 over 6 first. Okay, now it's -6, right? So you just do your negative reciprocal. 1 over 6. Okay? Okay, the next one, question B. Hx equals to 3 to the power x. Okay, what type of graph is this? 3 to the power x. Okay, this one is part of your syllabus also. Okay, this is called an exponential graph. Okay, so I want you to remember for exponential, okay, it's to the power of x. Okay, power of x. Okay, for easy to remember, I give you all some guidelines how to remember. Okay, if it's just normal something to the power x, let's say a to the power of x, or okay, I'll just write 2 to the power x, will be like this. Okay, if it's 2 to the power of minus x, we'll write like this. Okay, so this one 2 to the power of minus x. Okay, another one, if it's minus 2 to the power x, it'll be like this. Okay, and one more. Okay, one more is like this. Minus 2 minus x. Minus 2 minus x, but this one I don't think will come out. Okay, so the main one, normally you would probably need to remember these two. Okay, so this one is like that. Okay, they never ask us to write where it intersect, but if they ask you to write, it would normally be at 1, because 3 to the power of 0 is equal to 1. Okay, you just remember like this. This is called exponential. So exponential graph, you cannot bend it, go down. It needs to like this, and it cannot touch your x-axis. Okay, why the graph will be inverted like this is because how we explain this is that all your x value will be multiplied by a negative. So it will be reflected on the y-axis. Because all your positive x will become negative x. All your negative x will become positive x. So everything will be inverted. Okay, for exponential graph, there's this thing called an asymptote. Okay, they say write down the equation of the asymptote. Asymptote means a line where the graph will never touch. Okay, a line where graph never touch. Okay, why? Because it is math error. Okay, there is no such values on it. For exponential graph, this is your asymptote. Okay, so we will write here y equals to 0. This is asymptote, the whole x-axis. Okay, number 8. Can you all do this? Okay, if you can do, can you type 8? I think this second half of the paper, honestly, not too hard. Yeah, this specific paper is not too hard. Okay, can you type 8 in the chat if you can understand here? Okay, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Okay, I see all the 8s. Okay, let's go to 9. Let's quickly finish up this paper. Okay, number 9. This is a solid cuboid. And then they give us all this dimension here. Work out the volume of the cuboid. Okay, 1 mark question. Volume 10 times 8 times 17. Okay, which will get 1360. Okay, 1360. Okay, the next one. Work out the total surface area of the cuboid. Okay, total surface area means all the outside. Okay, there are 3 different sides, and then you have to multiply it by 2. So you got 2 in the bottom part, 10 times 8, 2, 10 times 17, the front and the back, and plus 2, 8 times 17. Okay, or the other way that you can do it is you 2, then you put a big bracket, 10 times 8 plus 10 times 17 plus 8 times 17. Okay, over here we'll get 2 times 80 plus 2 times 170 plus 2 times 136. Okay, we get here 772 cm squared. Okay, next one. Calculate the angle between GA and the base ABCD. Okay, where is GA? GA and base ABCD. Okay, so this is a 3D problem, and you will normally use Pythagoras theorem and SOHCAHTOA, okay, because you will need to draw out a right angle triangle. Okay, so what we're going to do here, you connect this G and A first. Okay, then you want to do it with this base over here. Okay, so here, how to do it? When you see a line, this one you see a line and a base, normally what we need to do is you draw out a right angle triangle. Okay, right angle triangle. So this is the length that we want, like this. Okay, so the angle will be over here. So first thing, we need to find what is the length of AC first. Okay, so I'll draw out this here. Okay, so ABC. ABC. Okay, here will be 10, 8. Okay, the first one we're going to use Pythagoras theorem first. Okay, so we use AC square equals to 10 square plus 8 square. Okay, here will be 164. AC is equal to square root 164. Okay, we just leave it as this value first. Okay, so this bottom part here, cert 164. Now we have this, we want to find this angle here. Okay, so we're going to use this red color triangle now. Okay, theta is here. A, C, G. Okay, this one is cert 164. This one is 17. Okay, you need to use SOHCAHTOA. This is opposite. This one is adjacent. Okay, so you have to use TOA. Tangent theta equals to opposite over adjacent. Okay, tangent theta 17 over cert 164. So theta is inverse tangent 17 over cert 164. Okay, your answer 53.009. Okay, normally we just round it up to 1 decimal place for angles. 53.0. Okay, 4 marks here. All right. Okay, let's go to question D. A straight rod PQ is placed inside the cuboid. One end of the rod P is placed at the midpoint of AB. Okay. The other end of the rod Q rests on GH. HQ to KG, QG is 4 to 1. Okay, so this part here is 4 part. This part here is 1 part. Okay, total you have 5 parts. You see the length of this is 10 cm. So here will be 8 cm. Okay, you all make sure you all write some sort of working down as well. 8 cm. And then here is 2 cm. Okay, because we split 4 to 1. Okay, they want us to find the length of the rod PQ. Okay, how do we find the length of the rod PQ? Okay, let's see what other information we have here. Okay, here is 5 cm, 5 cm. Okay, PQ, we have what else? Okay, we can use this triangle here as well. Like this. Okay, this one here. Then here. Okay. Got anything that we can find here or not? Okay, how to find PQ squared? How to find PQ first? You all have any idea? Okay, anyone manage to find this question? What plus what plus what? Okay, the length of the rod. Okay, Pythagoras theorem. Okay, can we use Pythagoras theorem here? Okay, anyone manage to figure out the formula for this? What formula do you all use? Okay, I want you all share with me. Okay, because this is a 4-mark question. So how do we? Okay, actually this one is a bit slanted. It's not exactly here like this. Okay, like that. Okay, anyone? Okay, we take a short break. Okay, I want you all to figure out this question. Okay, because this one I realize maybe not a lot of people know how to do. Okay, or maybe you know how to do, but it requires a little bit of thinking. Okay, we take a short 4 minutes break. Okay, when we come back, I'll go through with you all on this. All right. Okay, let's come back to this question. Okay, just an add-on. You all don't straight away just write 8 and 2 like this, because this one got marks. Okay, so I want you all to write down some sort of working for this also. Okay, so for HQ to QG, okay, just let's at least write down the working for this one. HQ to QG. Okay, this one is 4 to 1. Okay, so we find one part is equals to 10 divided by 5, okay, which is equals to 2. Okay, so 4 parts is equals to 8. Right? So just make sure you at least write down this working here. Okay, so I'm gonna use this formula, which is square root x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square. Okay, I'm not so sure whether all of you here have learned this before. Okay, so I'm going to teach you all how to do this. Okay, we're going to use a 3D, 3-dimensional, because this is a 3D formula here. Okay, we're going to write it like that. X, Y, and Z. This will be your length. This is the width. This one here is the height. Okay? Okay. Included or not? It's being tested in IGCSE. Okay. First one. Where is the position? You need to find where is the position of these 3 points. So here, I write that P is 5, 0, 0. Okay. Where exactly is Q? Okay, Q, you see. So we do like this, length, then width, okay, width, then the height. Okay, so here is 17. So length, width, height. Okay, like that. Length, width, height. So the second here is 8, 8, 17. Okay. Everyone understand until here? Okay, so you got these 2 values here, 5, 0, 0, and 8, 8, 17. This is your position like that. Okay, based on your coordinate geometry. Now you have to write like that. This is your x, y, z. Okay, x1, y1, z1, then x2, y2, and z2. Okay, we're gonna put into this formula here. PQ equals to square root x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square plus z2 minus z1 square. Okay. x2 minus x1. So we're going to take 8 minus 5. Oops, here. So you all see the formula. Okay, what's the formula here? 8 minus 5 square plus 8 minus 0 square plus 17 minus 0 square. Okay, if you look into the mark scheme, they straight away actually write 3 square plus 8 square plus 17 square, but they never really explain what is this. So I will assume actually it's this formula that they are using. Okay, this is your 3D three-dimensional distance formula. Okay, so you calculate this. Okay, 3 square. Okay, this one will be 9 plus 8 square, 64, 17 square, 289. So you all might need to remember, okay, not might need, it's part, I mean, it came out in the exam, so not so usual type of question, in my opinion also. Okay, so add it up. Okay, we get here 362, square root 362, and our final answer will be 19.0. Okay, just now, Sa, you asked, right, why cannot use Pythagoras theorem? Because this actually not, okay, it's not a right angle triangle. So we don't know what is this length. In fact, it's like slanted like that. Here also actually a bit slanted. Okay, so we don't know how it slants. So because of this, you need to find the position of this P and the position of this P. Okay, this is a 3D kind of distance formula. So I just checked with you, all right? Some of you have actually learned this before. Okay, you all just put this inside your knowledge. Okay, you didn't get the 500. Okay, you base it like this. Imagine this. Okay, you all know your x, y, and z means you base it on here. Okay, let's say this is your starting point. Okay, how much, where is the length, width, and height distance from here? Okay, so you see your length is here, right? 5. Got any width and height? Okay, got any width and height formula over here? No? Like distance? Don't have, right? Okay, imagine it's like your x and y axis like that, but this one is your starting point. Okay, so there's only length here. So 500. The position is 500. Q will be 8. So where's 8? 8, 8, 70. Like that. Length, width, height. Your x, your y position, and then your z position means actually going up like that. Going out the paper. Get it? Okay, do you all get this 3 point? X, y, and z, the position. Okay, can? Samia, okay? Just remember length, width, and height. So imagine this one is your x and y axis at the bottom here. Then z will be this position. Because next time when we learn, okay, not next time, when you do 3D, okay, your flat ground is your x and y axis. Then going out like that, this is your z axis. That's how we come up with a 3-dimensional object. All right, okay, let's move on to the last one. If y'all can do this, can y'all just type 9 in the chat? Yeah, it's a bit more unique, this question. Honestly, I've done so many past year papers. I like, wait, how come suddenly they ask this? Okay, but let me go and find out more. Let me see if there's other formulas okay, that they actually use to solve this question. Okay, let's go to the last one. Okay, question 10a. This rectangle has area 190 cm squared. By forming and solving an equation, show that x is equals to 8.5. Okay, so area, length times width. So we'll get here 2x plus 3 multiply x plus 1 is equals to 190. Open up the bracket, we'll get 2x squared plus 2x plus 3x plus 3 equals to 190. 2x squared, okay, plus 5x. Okay, then bring the 190 minus 187 equals to 0. Okay, from here, this one just use your calculator. Go see what kind of solution you get. Okay. You can factorize this. You write it as 2x minus 17, x plus 11 equals to 0. Okay, then here, 2x minus 17 equals to 0, x plus 11 equals to 0, x equals to 17 over 2, x equals to negative 11. Okay, 17 over 2 is 8.5. Okay, this one we have to reject it because your x value cannot be negative. So you just write here, shown or proven. Okay, number 2. work out the perimeter of this triangle. Okay, so we got 2 times 8.5 plus 3. Okay, then plus 8.5 plus 1. The whole thing multiply by 2. Okay, 2 times 8.5 plus 3, that is 20 plus 9.5 times 2. 29.5 times 2, we get here 59. Okay, question B. The diagram shows a sector OAB of a circle with center O and a chord AB. The shaded segment has area 30 cm squared. Show that R is equals to 23.7, correct to 1 dp. Okay, the shaded segment. This shaded segment, 30 cm squared. Okay, how to find area of segment? We'll use area of sector minus area of triangle. Okay, so you have to remember this. Sector means this part here. This pizza slice. Okay, triangle means you minus off this triangle here. Okay, what is the sector formula? Okay, sector formula is half theta over 360 times pi r square. Then this one we'll use 1 over 2 AB sine C. I'm gonna put the formula inside here. So this will be 50 over 360 times pi r square minus 1 over 2 A and B. This is R times R sine 50, which is equals to 30. Okay, because the area is 30. Okay, go and simplify this whole thing here. 50 over 360. This will be 5 over 36 pi r square minus 1 over 2 r square sine 50 equals to 30. Okay, you see here, both of them got r square. So you can factorize both of these out and then you can minus it. Sine 50 equals to 30. Okay, so go and calculate. Go and calculate all of this. 5 over 36 pi minus 1 over 2 sine 50. Okay, then 30 divided by this value. Okay, this is what I'll write down. 0.05331 r square equals to 30. R square, you 30 divided by this one. Okay, but I will use the exact value. Then square root it. Okay, R is square root this value. Okay, but if you want to write down the whole thing into the calculator, that means this one you write square root 30 over 5 over 36 pi minus 1 over 2 sine 50 also can. Okay, final answer, we will get 23.722. They say round up to 1 decimal place. So this one will be 23.7. Okay, here is R is 23.7. Okay, since this is R, this one also will be R because this one is a sector. So here is also 23.7. See the next question, they say they want us to find the perimeter of the shaded segment. Okay, so we need to calculate this part here. Okay, so we see what rule can we use. We're going to use sine rule over here. So you need to calculate this angle and this angle here first. Or yeah, both of them will be the same angle. So angle OBA. Okay, let's call this X, angle OBA, which is equals to angle OAB equals to 180 minus 50 divided by 2. Okay, we get here 65 degrees. Okay, here 65. Here also 65 degrees. Okay, then to find the yellow color one, we're going to use sine rule. Okay, so sine rule Okay, let's find AB over sine 50 equals to 23.7 over sine 65 degrees. Okay, AB 23.7 over sine 65 times sine 50 degrees, which we will get 20.03. Okay, this is your length of AB. Then we need to find this part here. Okay, this is your arc AB. Okay, arc AB, which will use theta over 360 times 2 pi r. Theta will be equals to 50 over 360 times 2 pi 23.7. Okay, we get here 20.68. And then the final one, perimeter. 20.03 plus 20.68, which is 40.71. Here, 40.71. Okay, fun to do, this one. Okay, if you can do this last one, can you type 10 in the chat? Can, Brian. Okay, so Brian say he used cost rule, also can to find AB, right? Also same thing. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so you all just take note on that previous question, which is the question 9. Okay, the last question in question 9. I will discuss with you all to see whether there's any other formulas that we can potentially use. But if you look into the official mark scheme, they actually do this working. Okay, but majority of you here have not learned this formula. Okay, so this is it for October, November 2024 paper 4-1.